Inside this box is a set of golf clubs that have kindly been sent to me from a company that are potentially as good as, if not better than, a P790 at a fraction of the cost. I feel like I've seen clubs like this before, but that's another video. Let's open the box and let's see what's inside. So inside the box we have the Cali 01T irons. I think I have 4-2 pitching wedge, so I'm going to play some holes with them, give you my honest feedback on these. They're in a tall, light, stiff shot. They're not set up for me, but that's irrelevant. A good player never blames his tools. I just need to find a good player to test them for me. So I'm going to test these out on a couple of par 5s and then on a par 3 that is a pitching wedge into the green. Give you my honest feedback, let you know what I think about them. But to look at, they are stunning. I just feel like I've seen them before. Now, I don't like talking about price on videos because depending on when you watch these depends on what the price is, because you could be watching this now and they could be £700, but in 2 years time they could be £300. So all I'll say is in the current market they are thereabouts half the price of a 4-2 pitching wedge of a TaylorMade P790 iron. Hollow body design just like the P790, and actually to look at, they look superb. Down at the ball, really nice. So you've got on the front, you've got like a satin where the face is, and then it's a really shiny like stainless steel on the outside. Superb looking iron, really is. But looks are good. Oh god, I've not used a normal grip for a long time. I'm a mid-sized kind of guy, so this is going to be interesting. But down at the ball, looks superb, but looks are good. It's all about how they perform. Now this head feels really heavy compared to my clubs because mine has got a heavy shaft. Just getting the excuses in early. Love that ball flight though. Good distance as well. Felt really good off the face, nice and soft. You get nice feedback when the club hits the ball. Loved that flight, a really penetrating flight, didn't just balloon up. Sometimes these hollow body clubs can just spin up. So actually with this 4-iron, it was like a really nice penetrating flight. And with it being a 4-iron, it felt easy to hit. And that's always my caveat with a 4-iron, is how easy does it feel to hit. I've played blades before, tiny, difficult to hit. That just felt really easy. Right, I've now got the 8-iron because I want to position myself just short of that bunker to try and give myself a pitching wedging, because I do want to give these a chance. I don't want to sit it as far down there as I can. So I'm playing it as a genuine 3-shotter. Now I've just looked online because the price did, sort of like just wanted to know. Today, which is the 16th-ish of August 2024, for a set of these it's £499, and if you want to customise them with shafts and grips, the price does go up slightly depending on your options, but £499 for a brand new set of players' distance irons, that's ridiculous. In the current market, when golf clubs are getting just like, it's insanely expensive, it's almost an insult how expensive they're getting. You can get a set of these for 500 quid. Let that sink in. 500 quid, brand new set of irons, KBS shafts, Lamkin grip. That should be perfect for a little wedge into the green. Now the question that everybody asks, but how strong are they, Lee? So the 7-iron is 30 degrees. And if I remember rightly, back in my days of being a club fitter, I think the TaylorMade P790s are 30.5. If you put manufacturing tolerances into it, there's nothing in it. Absolutely nothing in it. So they are hollow body like the P790. You don't get the speed foam, but you do get the player's distance iron at half the price. So is speed foam worth 500 quid? I'd like to argue that. Right, pitching wedge into the green. That could be perfect. Or it could be massive. One of the two. think that was potentially the best golf shot I've played this year, because it went miles and I hit it perfectly. But every good pitching wedge is versatile. Chip and run. I'm still rubbish at those shots. Right, come a little bit forward. I want to give the 5-iron a go. So far though, really impressed with these. Incredibly easy to hit. And what I like about these is the price. At £500, like, someone who's new to the game would be going out and spending money on a second-hand set of golf clubs that aren't fit for them, just to sort of get into the game, and getting 2-3-year-old set of golf clubs for the same price, where now you can have a brand new set of golf clubs for that, you know, if you're a mid to high handicapper, is fitting important? Well, obviously it's important, but it's not the be all and end all. It's all about enjoyment and enjoying golf. Now you can go out, you can unwrap your beautiful new set of golf clubs and feel $1 million, because you've got your new set of golf clubs to go out and play golf with, instead of going and buying a second-hand set for the same price. That's one thing I love about these direct-to-consumer brands, is pricing. It's just accessible to everybody, regardless of handicap. Those who've got lower handicap or mid to low handicaps can obviously choose their own, like, lofts and lies and shaft lengths and grips and shaft stuff. But if you just want I say bog standard, they're really good, but you know what I mean, like a standard off the shelf set of golf clubs, I don't think you can knock 500 quid for these. A true test of a 4-iron is out the rough. If this was a blade, there is not a hell in chance that I would be attempting this shot. But with these players distance irons, with the sort of the hollow body, the power that it gives you, I'm going to give this a go. This could go drastically wrong. I'm going to play for a bit of a fade, just try and leave it short of the green. Oh, so good. That is so good. That just flew out of there. Didn't, like, no judder, no, like, oh, you know, sometimes when you hit a 4-iron, you kind of know you've hit a 4-iron. With that, I didn't feel like I'd hit the ball. And that to me is always a sign of a good golf club, is one when you hit it, you question whether you've actually hit the golf ball, because you don't feel anything through the hands. There's no shock, there's no judder, there's no like ow moment. And for me, that was that. And that was a potential thin moment with a 4-iron. Really good. So this ball is buried a bit. It's a chip and run. Now normally I'd use a 60 degree and just try and fly it all the way there, but I'm going to play the worst shot. I'm just awful at these shots. I think my long game, I'm definitely as good as a really low handicapper, maybe scratch. It's here where I just throw shots away. However, that's not too bad. Really easy out that tight rough. Popped up, really nice. I can't fault these, I'll be honest. I've got one more hole to play, but at the moment, I can't fault them. Like, could I play them? Not in this spec. The grip's too light, but I can change that. Shaft's a bit too light, but I can change that. But for the club itself, the head itself, absolutely I could play these. I've got into a player's distance iron, and there is nothing to say that I couldn't swap over, just adjust the lie a little bit on these and play some really good golf. Now, I said at the beginning, these golf clubs are very similar to another brand that have a similar looking golf club, and that's got nothing to take away from Cali whatsoever. That's actually testament to these golf clubs, because that other brand now sponsors some very, very good golfers, some very, very good YouTubers. So that's testament to these clubs, and it shows that these clubs can be played by better golfers, by not better golfers, by high handicap golfers. There is a club in the Cali range for everyone, but these 01Ts could literally be used by anyone because they are that good. Right, last shot, 132 yard par 3. I'm going to use the pitching wedge, and if I make a hole in one, I will play these golf clubs for a year, although I may ask just to change the spec a little bit. But if I get a hole in one, I will play these for a year. Depending on the bounce, that's got a chance. I think it's just gone a bit right. It's just come down on the bank a little bit on the right. Yeah, not this time. Correct golf club, incorrect golfer. Just as I said, it was coming sort of online here, but then it's just rolled down to the right and finished over there. So to summarise, firstly, thank you to Cali for sending these golf clubs out. I've been really impressed with them. I've really enjoyed playing with them, and I'm going to do some more videos comparing them to my Wilsons, comparing them to another brand that look very similar to them. And if I can get hold of them, I will compare them to the P790s and things like that, but I just don't have the access anymore, not being around Dan, having the access to these golf clubs anymore. So, and I've not put videos out enough to be able to go to the companies and ask for the golf clubs. So, you know, I need to get back into doing that in order to get access to these clubs. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is the Cali irons. And I have to say, looks 10 out of 10. They look fantastic. They look bladey. They look premium. They feel premium. So if you're a golfer who wants to be able to look down at a golf club and see that just loveliness of a golf club, then you are going to get that with these Cali irons. Absolutely. Feel and sound, I can't knock it. They feel superb. They feel as good as a forged iron. And I've played Wilson blades, and I don't think there's anything feeling better than that. These feel like they're not obviously as good as that, but they feel fantastic compared to it. And sound, no clickiness, just a nice solid sound off the face, giving you that instant feedback that you've hit them. All in all, it's a 10 out of 10 for these Cali irons. Absolute 10 out of 10. I could absolutely play them with the correct spec shaft and grip, and maybe a bit longer because they're a bit short for me. But yeah, I would happily play these for a year or for 2 years or for however long, if I wanted to. There's just no reason not to. So I hope that's helped you. If you are in the market for irons and you're thinking of that direct-to-consumer brand, give Cali a look. I think for price point, you can't knock it. And I think if you were in that market, you would be difficult to go and spend double that and pretty much get the same performance. I think I just don't see a performance difference. Certainly from P790s I played in the past around this exact golf club, I can't see any difference. I'd have to do a head-to-head, but without technical data and launch monitors and things, just feel on a golf club. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I hope you've liked that, and if you have, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do like the video. There is so much more to come from this channel now. I'm back into it, and I really hope to see some of you out here on the golf course. If you're ever in the area, come down to Whitsand Bay, drop me a message. If I'm off work, I'll happily come and play around with you while you're here as well. It's a great little course. It's now in the top 100 of courses under £40 to play in the UK. You can't beat this place. So come on down, have a round of golf, and like I said, drop me a message, and if I'm off work, I will come and play with you. Otherwise, it's been great, and I'll see you all on the next video.